Hello. 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 Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Oh, Farooq, am I audible?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Am I audible to you? Hello.
हाँ गौरव जी. Yeah, ma'am, audible.
Okay, voice is clear now?
Yes, ma'am, voice is clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Few minutes we have to wait, ma'am.
Yeah, I am stopping now my video. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, okay.
The research findings. But evidence-based practice is the integration of best research evidence. Not only whatever we are doing, the best research findings with clinical expertise. Not all the things, whatever we are doing with 20, 15 to 30 samples, not that. With clinical expertise and patient values. So these are the different, that is the EBP and research utilization. If we see the next, research utilization. Next slide, please. See that research, you have to disseminate the findings. Whatever content you are preparing from, you have done a research and you have got some content. So we have to think that from where the source, here comes the concept of generalization. All the research, whatever you are doing, we cannot generalize it, because generalizability, there are some limits of generalizability. If you are doing a very small sample just to learn the steps of a research, and not only that, your methodology was not correct and your error was so much, and your sample, your very less sample, and your level of significance was very less. So in that case, we have to think what type of, what is the source, where the information we are getting, so that here, to generalize, to make it general. Go to the previous slide, please. Mm, previous slide, please. So we have to think that the, who are the user, whatever content I am getting from which source, a good after doing a good research, I will tell. So who are my user, who can use my this research findings, and how can I reach to them, that is the media. How can I go to them so that they will come to know that yes, I have done a good research, and the worth for this is to generalizable. That means you can use this my research findings so that I can reach to the user. That is the medium I need also. So go to the next. This is my the conceptual framework of my dissemination. So next, that is the, there are some pathway. That means utilization, emergence of a new research findings on a topic. That means you have got a innovation findings, innovation, something you have done. Now you have to evaluate and integrate the findings, because we want to utilize the best research practice. So efforts to utilize the findings in the research practice, we have to do. This is the pathway. I will go to the next, and you will see that the there are two pathways. Go to the next. Yes, research utilization found that evidence to support three distinct types. First one is indirect. Indirect means, or just it will change the nurse's thinking. You have seen now, my dear students or all participants, if you are going to do any change in your setting, they will think, yeah, I am doing for a long time, and in this way only. So they are not usually thinking to change. So our research utilization, it will bring an indirect change thinking, that it will be changes in nurses thinking. Therefore, it is similar to conceptual utilization. That means their concept will be that yes, we can utilize it. That is the thing that is we call indirect research utilization. Then the direct research utilization, that means this is the direct, whatever we are getting the findings, we can use it. That similar to instrumental giving, just giving patient care or any use, we just directly we can use it. And another one is persuasive utilization. That means just you have to encourage the decision makers, the policy makers, that these are the research findings, we can use it to make the changes in the policies, practices relevant to the nursing care. Because if we don't inform them, how they will come to know that after research you have got those findings, and this may bring changes in their policies and decision making. So we have to there, this is called the persuasive utilization. Next, if we see the importance, I know that the use of research findings in practice to improve care, you also know that previously we used to take three say 3 hourly 4 hourly temperature taking, but nowadays you are not taking that, because really we can improve the care. We want to save the time, man, money, material from the very beginning in nursing we are telling. So we have to research findings in practice to improve care, which care is good and which is not. So research only can tell us. And conceptual utilization means, I told you na, that this is the restructure of your thinking. So you can think in another way due to this research findings. That is also my another utilization. Another is instrumental utilization. That means the direct application of knowledge to change in practice. So you can change in your practice also. Next, you see, in our nursing, always we have to innovate something. Why? Finding new information. And why we need finding new information? Because as a nurse, we have to prevent disease. We want better patient care and better ways of promoting health. So these are the things. For that reason, we have to do the research and bring the nursing innovations, and we have to disseminate the findings to all. Because in all those areas, this is our nursing liabilities, nursing responsibility. As a nurse, we have to innovate something to bring out the special quality care. So next, if you see that the theory, that is the Rogers diffusion of innovation theory, adoption theory, here we are telling the fourth things. The innovation. Innovation means the new idea or new practice or new procedure that if adopted will result in changes. The nature of the innovation strongly affects the decision about the adoption. If it is really good, for example, that after giving the feeding to a newborn baby, whether to keep it in the right lateral position or in left lateral position, really with just research findings giving the innovation that yes, you can do it in that way, you can keep it in the right lateral position. Not only that, delivery in the water bath, all those things are really innovation. So that means it affects our decision about the adoption, whether we can adopt it or not. Not only that, communication channel are the media through which information about the innovation is transmitted, and can include both mass media. That means you can write down from the journal article, you can come to know the internet, or individual or face-to-face communication. You have to communicate. Don't keep it with you. Otherwise, your innovation will go to the dustbin only. So whenever you are doing any innovation, you have to communicate. So you have to use various channels to communicate your findings. Next. So next is the time. Time means time is a really component of a theory. In that process, knowledge diffusion occurs over time. You know, in our research, in our any medical science only, that whatever we have learned today, tomorrow you have to throw this, because that idea is changed, because time is there. So whatever innovation you have done, you have to disseminate the findings. Otherwise, it will be rejected if you are late to disseminate your findings, your innovation. You have done after a wrong, really taking so much effort. But if you are not disseminating in time, so it will be after some time, it will be the idea will be changed. Next, the social system is the set of interrelated units that solve problems and seek to accomplish a common goal. Diffusion occur within social system and vary in their norms and respectivity to innovation. Yeah, I know sometimes we tell that I can't do it, because if you tell them that yes, this is the way, if you do, it will bring betterment, so that after some time they will tell, yes, I can do it. Okay, so next I am coming to the next slide, please. Yes. Rogers' theory is telling about the innovation adoption process. They are telling that there are 5 stages. Only innovation, research findings you have done, that's it's okay. That means knowledge stage. That individual or groups become aware of the innovation, that you have done it. That after doing the research, you have got the result, and this is the knowledge stage. But if we go to the persuasion stage, that means they form a positive attitude towards it. Yes, you have done the research work, innovation, you have got the findings as an innovative one. And not only that, this is and it will bring a positive attitude to amongst the nurses. Not only, next we are coming to the decision stage. Decision means you can reject or you can accept. So it's your decision, choice is made. If it is really a good research findings, then everybody will accept it. And if it is a bad one, then they may not think to, they may reject it. So this is their decisions. Now, if it is good, then you have to implement it, implementation stage. And after implementation, you have to see whether people are continuing this one or discontinuing after some time. Then it will just, it's worth to see that the whether it is, if it is continued, there is the continuation, then you will think this, yes, my innovation was so good that my nurses fraternity is using my findings and they are continuing. So these are the Rosa's theory we can utilize. And another thing, that the we whatever research we are doing and whatever is our practice, I always tell my students and my fellow friends that do something which will really reduce the gap. Whatever research you are doing, if it is not worth to use in our nursing practice, then what is the need? So just current project, they found that the increase the use of research findings in the daily practice of registered nurses by disseminating current research findings. All my student nurses who are doing your master degree, and all of you, please disseminate your research findings and facilitate organizational changes. Whosoever who are doing the policy making changes, all those things, you can facilitate organizational changes and to implement innovations. And not only that, you have to encourage the collaborative clinical research. We have to give importance to that also, that collaborative clinical research value. If we come to the value of utilization of research, you know it very well. Improve clinical client outcome. What we need, whatever we are studying, maybe MPhil, PhD, whatever we are doing, we want better patient care. Yes, our research also, it leads to improved client outcome. And not only that, whatever it validates our existing nursing knowledge and procedures and intervention. What we used to do in a 30, 40, 50 years back, now we are not going to do that. We have to bring some changes, so that we can validate that whether previous strategy was good and or this strategy is good. We can do that one also. Not only that, we can use the research for direct client care, for the provision of safe and effective care, and promotes critical thinking and reflective practices. As we are getting the innovations, it will just nurses will think and critical think. And not only that, in their practice also it will be reflected. So reflective practice we can see also ensures better practice based on current and scientific knowledge. Always our medical science is changing, always it's changing. So we have to just keep pace with all those changes. So always, every third time, we have to be very current and scientific knowledge we have to use. Not only that, it enhances self confidence of the nurse. If somebody is asking you, why are you doing in that way, sister, then you can tell, yes, this is my, I have found that this is the research based findings. So it is better to use that, and it will give you the self confidence that yes, I know this is the findings, and our nursing friends, they have done it. Not only that, it will uplift our professional image also. All MSc students, MScs, and all other professionals are doing research. And as a nurse, if we do something, if we use, then really it's good. Not only that, it will add value to the researcher also, because valid efforts of the researcher. Researcher are doing research. There are so many steps. 1 year they are engaged in doing the research in the master degree level, and in the PhD level, 3 years, 5 years, somebody 10 years. So it validates the effort of the researchers, that they are utilized, their findings are utilized in our nursing practice. Not only that, motivate scholars to continue the discover new knowledge, so that they will do it. And it will just reinforce our professional accountability, and it will help to discover new clinical problems for investigation. As you will utilize the findings, researcher will be inspired and they will do more. What is the value to healthcare agency? They will think, why we will use your research findings? This is really cost effective nursing care we can provide. High quality care we can provide. Improved client outcome and retention and recruitment tools. You can take some research and why nurses are leaving this job, so that you can retain and you can recruit in a newer manner, and professionally satisfied and stimulated nursing staff we can get. So this is the value to added to the healthcare agency. And value to our profession, yes, it will enhance the autonomy of practice, because without asking anybody, we can utilize it. We no need to depend on doctors or any other person. They will come and tell, because it will enhance our autonomy of practice. Not only that, positive professional image it will bring and strengthen our professional status and expand the field of nursing's scientific knowledge base. So it will add value to our profession also. So if we go to the next, uh, next slide, please. Steps in research utilization. So select the relevant problem area that requires evidence to bring about the change. I always tell everybody, go to the nursing field, go to the ward and clinical setting and find out a problem, so that it will be useful. Review the literature, determine if the literature findings are appropriate to apply in your setting. Not only that, develop a written research-based protocol or procedure to communicate the innovation. Not only that, ensure consistency in approach and show the research base for it. Implement the planned innovation, evaluate it, and disseminate the findings. Here I will come for the dissemination. Next, uh, path. Path is not coming. Yeah, give everything. Put because I want to show both the path. Yeah, put everything. Yes. No. Go to the previous slide. This is the research utilization pathway. And see the research findings on a topic, and you are evaluating, and you are just effort to use the findings in research. That is the research utilization path. But for evidence-based, you are getting the research findings, but you have to evaluate, search for the best evidence to address the clinical problem. Not only that, you have to use your clinical expertise and patient preferences to integrate it. Then you have to, our effort is to base practice on best evidence, not only whatever findings we are getting. Here we can give the same example. That is the, what happened? Okay, go to the next, please. Okay, so what are the criteria? Whatever we are getting, can we utilize it? No, we have to check whether it is clinically relevant or not. Does it solve our problem? We have to check the scientific merit. That means the results accurate, reliable, and generalizable. I told you now, whatever design you are telling, you usually, if you want to generalize your findings, then you have to use the simple random method of sampling technique. And not only that, a good technique, randomized control trial method, and a very good number of samples you have to take, so that, and all the errors you are minimizing, all the biasness you are controlling, external validity, internal validity, all the threats you are controlling, so that there is a scientific merit. Not only that, you can implement and put implementation potential, whether this is feasible, whether there is any cost benefit ratio, whether the result is transferable. So these are the things, these are criteria we have to keep it in our mind. Next, medium of dissemination. You may think that, oh, this is a really laborious work to write an article and to disseminate in the journal. So yeah, you can do the journal publication. Otherwise, if it is a good innovation, call a press and do the press release. Not only that, you can brief the policy briefing, you can do. Not only that, what if it is really applicable to your community, just organize a community drama and give, you can say there. Not only that, you can use your brochures, your leaflets, you can do it. So there are so many mediums you can disseminate the findings. And not only that, newer mediums of disseminations are also there. That means you our new generation, you are just you know it, how to write a blog, how to do a podcast, or how to do the social media use, and infographics, bites you can give to cinemas, television serials, anywhere. Not only that, in the news channel also, in the down or upwards, it may roll. So whatever you medium you can use, you have to disseminate the findings, because I have told you that the after some time it will be old. So I know there are some barriers. So what are the research utilization barriers? This may be organizational, this may be nurse related, this may be our nursing profession related, this may be our research related. Go to the next, one by one I will tell you. Okay, go to the next. Yes, that means nurse related barriers, nurses attitude, nurses erroneous beliefs. No, 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 I don't. And they are always, they will tell lack of time, I can't do this in this way. So these are the really barriers. We don't know when we will be able to overcome all those problems. These are the really nurses characteristics. They will tell to whenever we will tell, sister, research is telling to use in this way, they will tell, I am doing, because they are holding the, previously it was there, na, holding the baby downward, head downwards, and doing the slapping. So everything, they will tell that, oh, for a long time I am doing in this way. What research are telling, I am not going to change it. So these are the attitude erroneous belief. I don't know. Slowly, I think that we will be able to overcome. Not only that, setting characteristic, that is also another barrier. Ethos to openness to new ideas. Not only that, interpersonal and information linkage, that is the problem. And organizational constraint, that is another thing. And supportive leadership and trust. If our organizational head, she doesn't know, he or she doesn't know, doesn't want the new ideas, doesn't want to adapt, so there will be really a problem. We cannot utilize the research findings. Next. And another barrier is the research related. That means you have done it, but not didn't communicate clearly and comprehensively, so that we are unable to utilize your findings. Not only that, publish widely in user friendly journal. You are just for your publication benefit, you are publishing in any other, any journal, not in a nursing journal. So how can we know it? Not only that, focus on problem of importance to nursing practice. If it is really focusing on the problems of our nursing practice, then I think that all nurses, they will try to utilize it. And not only that, increase the number of replicated studies, because again and again we want to verify the result, so you can replicate your studies. Next. And the really barriers to the innovation. But innovation means relative advantage over the status quo, and current practice compatibility, complexity, and trialability. That means pilot testing were done or not, observability of benefits, limitation. Not only that, who is the change agent? So whether they will carry it or not. These are the things really evaluates its success or failure. These are the things. Next. Next, next slide, please. Yes, there are some strategies we have to overcome some research related barriers. So it is it should be user friendly. I'm telling all my participants that whatever you are doing, a small thing also, it should be user friendly. And not only that, high quality research you have to do. You can just replicate by repeat it for the generalization. You can do it again and again, so that you know the same type of findings you are getting, so that you can generalize your findings. And not only that, findings should be communicated by publishing in a journal, or just go and present in a conference or any workshop. Wherever you are getting some opportunity, go and join and go tell them that you have got these findings. And must included well thought recommendation. Exactly after doing your research, what exactly would you like to recommend? You have to tell that one also. And for this reason, meta analysis and systematic review is very much essential. Next, and strategies for using research evidence. You have to read widely and critically. All you have to attend the professional conferences wherever it is held. Go and attend. Learn to expect evidence that a procedure is effective. Not only that, be involved in a journal club. Just in I know in every college you have a journal club. Read and tell and disseminate that they have done this journal, they have published it, so that all your friends, they may not read it. So if journal club, if you tell, that all teachers and everybody will come to know about the findings. Not only that, you can participate in any project also, research utilization or evidence based project. If you are involved, then you participate. You will really, you will grow some interest on it, and you will try to publish it, and you will disseminate the findings. Next, there are some strategies to facilitate research based practice. That means the planned change phases. And not only that, there are theory of diffusion of innovation. That Rogers theory, again and again we are using for the just research based practice utilization. For there are always some early acceptors, just they have used the normal probability curve, and you see that the early majority, late majority are there. This is the average. 34%, 34%. Laggards are there 16%, and against out of 16%, 2.55% are only innovators, and others are early acceptors. Though this theory is really very much useful, and we can use it for the research utilization. Next, so I have already told this one. Okay. And journal club I have told, and create time saving system. Not only that, nursing researchers and practice necessitate any one of the model of transfer of knowledge to practice, we can use it. Not only that, in administrator who values the utilization of the research in practice, we have to encourage the administrator. Always use, I will tell all the leaders that you be flexible, because yes, nothing is strong. Whatever you know, that is not the final word. So nowadays nurses are doing research, try to adapt all those findings. And next, so other strategies are also there. I have told already that you just go conference, journal, support, educate, and critically, whenever you are critiquing also assignment, give teachers. I know you are giving for the critiquing, so that will also bring an insight amongst the our future researcher conduct rigorous studies also. Not only that, implication of research for practice, and they will replicate, they will incorporate the research findings into the textbook. Not only that, so many researchers are writing a books, they can adapt, that they can take your findings and keep it in their book. Okay, next. Yeah, these are the things. So in conclusion, I want to tell that majority of the consumers are now more knowledgeable, because whenever any disease, they are reading from the internet, and they will come to you, and because they want to know what are the alternatives. So alternatives, if we being a nurse, we are not doing any research, if you are not utilizing the research findings, from where you will get the alternatives. So our clients, our consumers nowadays very intelligent. Whatever they are having, if for any nursing care also, they will open the internet, they will get the best result. So they will tell you why sister you are not doing in that way, because I have seen this is the better way. So I will tell my nurses, now this is the era of internet, so be ready for that to handle your clients, because you have to do the research, you have to use the research findings, and you have to do it. Okay, so in key message I want to tell that bringing evidence to the bedside is the present challenges for the nurses. Really, I want that. Don't keep your research findings in the library only. Okay, try to utilize it and bring it to the bedside. It's the high time for all of us to meet this new challenge. My future nurses and researchers, really, are you ready to take the challenge? Okay, thank you very much for your attentive listening, and thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello.
Yes,
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for this such kind of valuable information provided by you on today's seminar. Uh, Ma'am, you are discussing about so many aspects of the topic, like uh, describing research utilization pathway types, indirect research utilization, direct research utilization, perceived utilization. After that, importance and nursing innovation, research utilization theories, like Rogers
theory.
theory, and other aspects of the topic discussed by you. So thank
Yes,
you so much, ma'am, by entire team of the Nursing Teachers Association, Gwalior branch.
thank you
Uh,
very much.
my request, okay, I am request to all the participants. If you have any query, then you can put your question in check box. Uh, Ma'am, there is one question.
Yes.
Huh. Kindly tell some good online sites where we can publish our research, ma'am.
Okay, there are so many journals are there. If you open, that is a PubMed, Medline, all those things are there. That is very costly. Scopus journal, and just nursing evidence-based practice journal, and your subject wise. That means in midwifery journal, International Journal of Nursing and Midwifery, and your nursing education journal, administrative journal. So many journals are there. If you open as per your subject, as per your research findings, just you open, there are so many online journals are available nowadays. You can help the teachers of your college, and principal also. Every day so many publications and online journals are requesting us that publish your nursing result with us. So some international journals are there, Indonesia, and your Malaysia nursing journal, and Indonesia also nursing journal is there, they are publishing, and your from Delhi also, and our best popular journal, that is the TNAI Nursing Journal of India, just free of cost. There are so many journals that is the free of cost, and some journals they are taking very nominal, and don't go for the too much costly journal. They are taking some journals, they are taking money also. Don't go for that, because just go for the easy, and who are just see the factors, that utilization, who are using, how many persons, whether my nurses are using that journal or not. So go for that journal. As per your subject, you can ask me also, and your teachers and your principals, they are ready to tell you. Okay, they are ready to guide you also.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
And
you.
lastly, again, thank you so much by our entire team of the Nursing Teachers Association, Gwalior branch. Uh, you are nicely describe all the aspects, ma'am, or and you are giving valuable information to all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And
Thank you.
yeah, really, it was very informative session today.
Thank you very much. Because really, Nursing Association, our whole India, our teachers of Nursing Association, you are doing a good job, excellent job. Really, it is helpful for all. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much, ma'am.
Again, thank you,
And
ma'am.
yeah,
Okay.
over to Poonam, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so a very good morning to one and all respected Smriti ma'am as well, Gaurav sir and Dr. Farooq Khan. A very good morning.
Good
It's
morning.
our privilege,
Good
ma'am,
morning. Good morning.
that you imparted your valuable time and you accepted our invitation as a speaker. As I know that you are so much busy with your work schedules, as you are providing your efforts for upbringing of the nursing profession a lot in a positive way. So really, we are very much thankful to you from the entire NTA team, ma'am. And in future also, we hope the cooperation and support as well as guidance from your side so that we can flourish the nursing profession. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to thank all the attendees, all the participants. In spite of their time, they have attended this webinar. As I know that it's a virtual platform, many of us may get a little bit bored also. It is a little bit difficult because it is very much difficult to have one-to-one communication with one and all. But then also you have shown your interest and you have attended this webinar so nicely. So I would like to congratulate one and all attendees as it was very useful to one and all, because we had eminent speakers from various parts of the country, those who have explored their ideas, their knowledge regarding research, and they provided their 100% best, whatever they can deliver to you through this virtual webinar series. So NTA would like to thank each and every one of the participants. So here is some information for you all, that we are having one feedback survey form. We will provide it to you by a mail. You have to fill the feedback form so that we can provide more enriched services in the field of nursing education in future too. And we can improve ourselves if we are having some negativities or lacking in conducting such all the sessions. So it is very much compulsory, and my request also to fill the feedback form very much necessarily. And one more thing, as we have discussed earlier also, we have mentioned in the poster also, we are having an online post test related to nursing research webinar series. Whatever you have learned in all 6 days, we are going to examine through the post test. So it will be mailed to each and every participant at 2 p.m. sharp. So the time duration will be half an hour. So you have to complete that post test, and you have to submit it via Google Forms. The instructions will be mentioned in the same. And the score will be appear in your e-certificate, which will be provided to you as soon as possible. It may take 2 to 3 days, but it will be provided to you, and score will be mentioned over there. So once I would like to recapitalize all the things, to summarize, in 1 minute only without wasting your time. In the starting, we have discussed about the research, what is research actually, and why it is needed. So we have many of the speakers has explained the research. Then we have done the first chapter, very first chapter of any project is leaded to the research only introductory part. And then we have to define the problem statement. Anyone can choose the problem from their area, whatever your interest of study, or you found any problem in your community area, in your working station, or whatever you want to improve. You want to bring something new to the nursing, then you can research over that. After that, you have to formulate objectives. There should be operational definitions. You have to formulate the assumptions. Then you have to make the hypothesis, as well as then conceptual framework, very important, theoretical framework, then conceptual framework. Little bit difference between those because theories are already existed. And with the implication and applying those theories, we used to make our own conceptual framework according to your own study. Then secondly chapter is the review of literature. Then yesterday, before some days, we have discussed about review of literature, how the literature can be reviewed. Many of the sites are there. And one tip for that is that nowadays, the plagiarism certificate is required. So it is my tip as a personal research projector that you must use your own language while using the review of literature, because it is a chapter which contains most of the plagiarized words. So avoid it, use your own language with the review and references. Then third, we come to the methodology chapter. Here you will define which research approach, which design you are going to use according to your problem, which suits your problem very best. You have to go for that. Better to go for qualitative or quantitative. Then they are also having very broad categories like true experimental, non-experimental. You have to go for that also. You have to select that. Then sample. What is sample? What is your interested population? Out of that, you can't go for that because we are having a bowl of rice. You want to cook biryani rice, so rice is your population, and you want to make a perfect biryani, so the biryani rice are just the samples. You can go for that. From generalized, you have to go for the specific samples. Then the method. What is the method you have to choose for the sample, and what technique you want to use? You have to incorporate that. Then very much fourth is the data analysis and data collection and data analysis. You can do this with the data collection. You have to do your own. Then you have to develop the tool according to your study, and analysis can be done by your own if your stat is very nice. And if you need any help, you can hire a statistician also. Then next is the interpretation of the results. Whatever the assumptions you have made or whatever objectives you had, you have to clarify those in the session of data results now. Then finally, here comes with the reference list, bibliography, and all the annexures, all the permissions, all the ethical considerations you have got, whatever the tools you have used, whatever the questionnaire or anything. So this is just all about a very simple, small bachelor levels nursing project I'm talking about. And we have done with all these sessions. And I hope you all have got a lot. So without wasting your time, take your rest, fill the feedback form, and get ready at 2 p.m. for the online test. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, once again. Over to you, Gaurav, sir.
Thank you, Poonam ma'am.
Thank you, Gaurav sir. Thank you, Poonam ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
And thank you, participants. And 2 p.m. sharp, all participants will receive a mail of online test. This is a time-bound online test, and 25 minutes will be provided to them. So all the best. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Farooq sir.